is to do applications. So this is basically what you've been doing yesterday, but you're just going to have to pull the information from the problem versus it being given. Okay, so what you've been doing the rest of the unit. So a magazine includes a report on the prices of home theater systems. The article states that 14 randomly selected home theater systems had a sample standard deviation of $123. Use a 95% level of confidence. The key thing you have to be careful about here is making sure you're reading, are you given the sample standard deviation or variance? Okay. So we know that n equals 14, and the sample standard deviation S equals 123. And the reason why it's important to write that down as S and not S squared is because in your formula, you actually need to square it. Okay, so be careful about that. Okay. All right, so if n equals 14, what is our degrees of freedom? 13. We know C equals 0.95. So we need to find our critical values. So we need to figure out the alpha. So to find chi-squared right, we're going to do 1 minus 0.95 divided by 2, which gives us 0.05 divided by 2 is 0.025. All right. Which means our alpha for chi-squared left, 1 minus 0.025 gives us 0.975. Okay, so looking at your table, chi-squared right, degrees of freedom is 13. And if we go to 0.025, our critical value is what? $24.736. And then chi-squared left, move over to 0.975. And our critical value is? Thank you, 5.009. Okay, then you're just plugging in. Okay, so we have n minus 1, which is our degrees of freedom, so 13 times s squared, so 123 squared, divided by chi-squared right, 24.736, which is less than our population variance, which is less than 13 times 123 squared, divided by 5.009. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the confidence interval for both the variance and the standard deviation. So remember, we want to make sure that we don't round in between. So for our variance, we get what for the lower? Let's round to 2 decimal places. And it's going to be large because you're looking at prices of home theater systems.
I got 7,951.04.
Good. So 7,951.04. Take the square root of that, and you get 89.17. And then do the same thing, but divide by 5.009. Okay, 39,264.72. And then take the square root of that. We get 198.15. Okay. Questions with that? Do we need to do a second one? Or are we okay? All right.